What is up, guys? Today I'm back with another very special video. This one's a little bit of a discussion. It is not going to be a shoe review, but guys, without further ado, the topic is a little bit sad and unfortunate, but I kind of want to discuss some potential things. Once again, I do not condone any purchase or any sale of any counterfeit goods or replica goods like that. This is purely for educational purposes and kind of a thought that I wanted to really put out there as to maybe why people are gravitating to reps more, or why people are kind of like, going into that direction, because I feel like the resale market has been so crazy. You guys obviously know the introduction of bots and stuff like that. So basically, if you guys do not know what bots are, you could basically buy a robot to essentially like breach and kind of maneuver through all the kind of security measures they use to kind of go into raffles and stuff like that to buy all these hype shoes. So a lot of resellers, they actually invest like from $2,000 to $5,000 in these bots, and then through these bots they can buy and kind of win on all these kind of resales or shoes that are coming out that are hype. So for example, if the Travis Scott ones are restocking in the mocha colorway, these resellers will have these really good bots that will be able to get them and secure them 10 pairs, 5 pairs, whatever it is, pretty much making up all these extra names under raffles and this and this and that. So it's pretty crazy how insane the resale game has kind of gotten with the introduction of bots and stuff like this. And then I bring you to my next kind of point, which is raffles. So if you guys do not know, you pretty much pay a fee, you put your name in a raffle, and you're able to be eligible to have a chance to win a certain select amount of pairs at that store or at that hype place, whether it's Shoebox out here in Toronto, whether it's, Hotbox, my bad, all these different types of places like Shoe Palace, for example, in the States. So all these different places that you can essentially go to get this kind of hype shoe and have a chance to cop it. Now this is the legitimate way to do it. This is the best kind of safest, cleanest, most fair quote unquote way to do it, is to just put a little bit of money in. Oh yes, great, you've been selected. You get a call from the store saying, yo, you've been selected, you've won, you're the one that's gonna, has a chance to get these shoes. You go to the store, you pay the retail for $175 or $250 for a pair of ones or whatever, depending on the price of what they put out, and then you get the shoe. You can keep it, you can wear it, you can resell it, you can gift it, you can do whatever you want with it. But it's kind of sad now because the people that legitimately do this the right way, shout outs to all the sneakerheads that do it the right way, do it the clean way, get shoes through raffles and stuff like that. Like shout outs to you guys. Like that's the dope way to do it. But the camera cut out, but pretty much the resale game has kind of gone to this point where it's very unfortunate, but it's not like that no more. Like it's not easy to just kind of like do this and cop this. So like I can see why people go to buy reps, because they can't get the shoes that they actually genuinely want to do. And even if they genuinely want to support the actual brand and company, if they want to support Nike, if they want to support all these different brands like Adidas and stuff like that, they genuinely can't, because like they're getting beaten. I don't know if you guys know, but 2,000 pairs of Travis Scott ones in the new colorway pretty much were gifted to bots. Like that's 2,000 pairs of shoes. So just imagine how much that manipulates the resale market and how much that really does for the people that actually genuinely want to get the shoes. So once again, guys, this is just kind of the facts and kind of like what I'm really just kind of analyzing and stuff like that. To each their own, you know what it is. But yeah, without further ado, I want to get into the topic at hand, which essentially is a shooting that happened and took place at Shoe Palace. I believe it was in Texas, but you guys will see a live kind of clip going down here describing everything. But basically, there was a raffle dispute on the inside. Who knows what could have happened? Maybe one guy thought he won, the other guy thought he didn't win. So there was basically just a dispute on the inside. What happened is one of the Shoe Palace employees was trying to break up the fight. Then the fight escalated to going outside. Once it was outside, there's actually video all over Twitter. Obviously I can't show it here for any purposes, but there was pretty much a video of the confrontation happening outside with the Shoe Palace employees kind of like distance away from the people that he was kind of beefing with. So he's kind of like, keeping a nice ways away from the people, and then there's all this beef and all this talking and stuff like that. And apparently a 16-year-old kid, I'm not gonna say man, I'm not gonna say none of that, a 16-year-old kid shot the man out of cold blood over some kicks. So it's honestly really crazy, but like to shoot somebody over, a raffle of some kicks, Like it really really blows my mind. It really really makes me sad to like even be talking about this, but I feel like it's a interesting topic to talk about. But the fact that there's a guy that really was working at Shoe Palace, you know, to really kind of fuel his passion for sneakers, and there's genuinely a love out there for sneakers and stuff like that. The fact that this guy was working here and he was genuinely, you know, doing something he loved, because a lot of sneakerheads that I know that work at little sneaker places and stuff like that, they genuinely love it. They love being around the shoes, they love the kicks, they love copying kicks, they love doing all this stuff. So to think that he was just at another day at work and essentially he's trying to be a good Samaritan and kind of break up this fight between these two people that are arguing over an electronic inanimate ticket, pretty much, to buy a pair of shoes that essentially cost Nike like $5 to make. And just because there's an artist associated with the shoes that hypes up the shoe to make it seem elite, so then you can wear it, so then you can be in public and try to look cool to all of your friends, or resell it to make a little bit of dirty money, like that's just some egotistical stuff going on and some insecurity in that little boy. And that's kind of a shame on the people that he puts himself around, as well as a shame on him, because for it to have to escalate to that extent to where he took out a strap and, you know, really just domed a man like that, it's really unfortunate. It really really sad, and it's really really unfortunate. And really this guy was just trying to break up the fight, and yeah, some people may argue like, yo, kind of stay out of it, but you don't expect that stuff to happen. Like obviously I'm from Canada, so guns are illegal, but we still have a lot of shooters, we still have a lot of stuff going on, right? So I couldn't imagine in the States where guns are legal, you know, like people are strapped up like that, you know. Like for here it's more low key, it doesn't happen as much. It happens in the hoods, it happens in low-key places. Like we had a shooting at Sherwood Gardens Mall yesterday, which is really really close to you know, like an area that I stay near to. So like that was pretty crazy to even think about that, but that's pretty common. Like it's not really a big deal. Like, you know, I kind of seen that stuff as a young kid, so it's not really a big deal. But to think about in the States, it's like people don't even talk anymore. People don't really even solve problems anymore. People don't actually try to genuinely figure something out. For you to kind of take somebody's life over a pair of $150 shoes, $170 shoes, it's like really really messed up to me. Like the pride associated with the actual tangible item that it is, like that's just disgusting to me, and probably the lowest kind of form of human life that there is on this earth. But yeah, anyways, RIP to the Shoe Palace employee. Unfortunately he did pass away. He was in critical condition. He went to the hospital and passed away at the hospital, and this video is actually out online, so it's very very sad. And yeah, just apparently one shot rung out and he collapsed, and it's just an unfortunate event. But I hope this kind of just brings kind of and sheds light to the seriousness of kind of the reselling market and kind of how it's affecting people. And hopefully, you know, Nike does some dope stuff in the future. Like I've said, man, it would be really really cool if Nike released more shoes, or Yeezy released more shoes. And Kanye's actually been doing that a lot more. Like Yeezys are a lot more affordable now. They're kind of like $500, $300, $400. They're a lot more affordable now than the Turtle Doves being $2,000 when they came out. And you have so many different types of V2s, the mono collections, and all these different things. So Yeezy is making it a lot more affordable, so I like that about Yeezy. But Nike is still a little low key with their releases. They don't release as many shoes, and not to say it's Nike's fault. It's not Nike's fault at all. At the end of the day, it's the kids' fault that did this, right? But it's still like the culture is so crazy to me, how like people really just be out here doing stuff like that over kicks. Like I love kicks, as you guys can see. I have everything behind me, but I just don't know why it's like that bad that you need to flex, or you need to, you know, make guap off of it, especially if you're a 16-year-old kid, guys. But anyways, guys, that's kind of the story, what went down. And yeah, it's unfortunate, but please, just a little bit of a message if you guys can get anything from this video. Yeah, it's never that serious. It's never that serious. This doesn't go with you when you die. None of this goes with you when you die. This does, and this does. So just kind of keep that in mind, and it's never worth it like that, you know. Love y'all, take care. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Instagram at PTYYVLNCI. Love y'all.